I hope this is working. Bem-vindo to the Portuguese language lessons live training today. Today we're going to look at pronunciation, in particular of the letter E, because that seems to be a real tricky one in European Portuguese. So, what's it all about? Often we're not hearing the letter being pronounced. That's basically it. So, if we look in any book, they'll tell us there's various ways to pronounce the letter E. Here, I went looking in my book of pronuncia, and here we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different ways. And the first one, this little funny symbol here, this is like in the English word set, eh. Smile when you say Papel, bebê, évora, aberto. Okay? The second sound, very similar. It's like in the word they, So comer, slightly lower down in your mouth. Beber, conheço, moreno. See? And then we've got a slightly different sound. Ten, bit more open. Tenho, venho, coelho, joelho. The next one, this is really similar to English. It's enorme, exato, Egito. We have the same pronunciation in the same words in English. Enormous, exact, Egypt. The next one, this is the most interesting. We're going to focus on this. This is the same sound as the but it's a crossed out. So here is very short, like in the word I've written it down. You'll see it in a minute. I'll keep you waiting for it. Meter com sab. So very short. This is where we're not hearing the E very clearly. And then it sometimes can be y, passear, pentear in these double sounds. I would say the first two are so incredibly similar and so similar to English, they're not usually an issue. The third one seems to go with these nasal sounds. It, not really a difficulty. It's this this very short sound seems to be the difficulty. Let's focus in on that. And let's look at these words beginning with ES. What do we notice? Listen to how I say them. Estás, está, Espanha, estados, estação. What do we notice? That the E is not very clearly pronounced. Here we're dealing with that I sound. Okay? You can really get away without pronouncing this E at all, because it's so softly pronounced that a native speaker will put in that very soft sound for you when they're listening to you. The problem is, I find with learners, is that you overpronounce. You see that letter written down and you think, I need to say it all very clearly. So, estás, está, Espanha, estados, estação. It sounds not Portuguese, even a little bit Spanish. There. Okay? So, really, really, truly, you can say that very softly, that E. Let's look a bit more. Here we've got some words with E's in. And now we need to look at where the emphasis is in these words. Okay. Do you know how to work this out? Well, we need to first work out the stress, where the emphasis is. So here I've split up the words. There. I'm just checking that I'm actually online here. So what have I done? I put a little dot here to split the words up. Grego, tarde, verde, parede, mesa. Okay. So what are you finding? That we've got the words in different parts, and if we listen to them, there's always going to be one part that is emphasized. Which is the emphasized part? Here we go. Grego, tarde, verde, parede, mesa. Okay. So I put in bold here the highlighted parts of the words. Now let's look at where the E's are in these highlighted parts. So I've got a emphasized E there in the grego. So I'm hearing the air nice and clear. Here with the tard, it's very softy at the end. So I'm not hearing that because it's not in the emphasized part. Verde, that is clear, that is soft. Parede, and that's clear, that one's soft. Mesa. Okay, so it's all to do with where we're emphasizing in the words. Maybe that would be a good thing for a future training session to show you the rules on where the emphasis goes. It's very simple. So what's the pattern? An E that is emphasized is pronounced clearly. So usually the E as in set or the E as in they. Okay. An unemphasized E is very soft, as in, that's the example, emission. Yeah. Okay. Let's look at some more. Okay, some more words to look at with lots of E's in them. Let's split them up. So we've got the syllables separated. Here you go. Is it going to split up for you? Let's see. There we go. Okay. So there we go. And can we see the emphasized parts? There we go. Okay, so that gives us more of a clue of the pronuncia. And then here I've marked the clear ones, which are emphasized, and the unclear ones, which are unemphasized. You can do actually a lot of pronunciation work on paper, which is great. Let's listen. I'm going to put a little bit of a CD on for you here, so you know it's not just me making this up. I always like